If you're looking for PTC geocodes, including the latest set Lost Origin, make sure you check out the Potown store. You can use code OmniPoke for 5% off your order.
Hello everyone, it is Joe here from OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. Myself and Jack are taking a trip back down memory lane to Worlds 2014, and we're going to be playing some of the World Championship decks. Jack is going to be playing Virgen Genesect. I'm going to be playing TDK, which was a Plasma toolbox with the one prize Kieran, very powerful attacker, at the forefront. The deck that I'm playing was won by Haruto in the Juniors division. Jack is going to be piloting the Masters division winning list from Estrada. So yeah, two very powerful archetypes going to be battling it out against each other. The Plasma deck relies on Deoxys to power up the attacks of my Plasma guys, so getting lots of them on the bench is important. Thunderous can accelerate energy, and Kieran is my sort of beat stick that I have available to me as a powerful one-prizer.
Yeah, and Genesect Virizion is a deck that has really sort of, it's just a super consistent early acceleration deck that then turns into a really consistent attack from Genesect, but also has one-shot potential, which wasn't actually massive in this format. So right. It's a really nice. It's a really nice sort of combination of early tempo into real threatening late game one-shots that can be recovered, which was something that a lot of decks couldn't really boast at the time. So
yeah,
that was.
We're both going to be using Plasma Energy, not only because, well, certainly for my deck it's important to have Colress Machine to accelerate my energy, but you can also use the ability of your Genesect to have some gusting as well via an ability which is absurdly powerful. Yeah,
gusting wasn't super prevalent at the time. I think Lysander had just been released, but up until this point, gusting was not readily accessible at all. Catcher had been nerfed at this point, so again, it was just another tool in the kit of Virgen Genesect. It was able to pick and choose key targets on key turns, and with that G booster, basically take them out immediately. One thing to note, the turn rules are slightly different compared to nowadays. You can use supporters on turn 1. You still can't attack, but you can use supporters, so that will be slightly different. One of the benefits of being able to play IRL rather than sort of on PTCG or anything is that we actually get to play these rules, or play these formats as they were intended.
Alright, let's flip the coin. It is a head, so I will get to go first. And basically there's no reason to go second, I think, in this format, because you get that extra supporter. Even though many things can put threatening damage into play with actual attacks going second, the use of supporter is just too strong to say no to. So I do have a basic. We'll just decide on it now. We'll go with Kieran.
Alrighty, I have a Virizion.
Very good. I will draw for my turn. Okay, few options, certainly. I'm going to start with a Skylar here.
Skylar, a card that hopefully a lot of people will be familiar with, because it actually is in standard at the moment. It's been printed a few different times, letting Joe search for any trainer card. The format, even though there was cards, well, there was Professor Sycamore, which is the exact same as Research, and N, which is kind of similar to Marnie in terms of lots of draw power. The format was still slow enough for Skylar to be a pretty good supporter at the time.
Definitely have a few options here. Could try and start threatening an early Blizzard burn against Jack, which could potentially be really strong. If I wanted to go down that route, I have this as a backup option. Oops. So I guess I'm just going to come out the gates fast here. Chorus Machine allowing me to grab a Plasma Energy from the deck and attach it immediately to one of my Plasma Pokemon. Basically the entire deck that I'm using is Plasma Pokemon, so it's just a great item-based acceleration from the deck, which is always powerful. Let's swing a Prism Energy on, which is a rainbow energy essentially for every basic Pokemon. Very strong card in the format. And I'll just pass it over to Jack.
Okay. Already got a couple of interesting decisions here. I'm going to start off with just a Grass Energy. I'm going to drop a Genesect down. And I really like the rest of this hand. Am I going to need this? Gonna Ultra Ball away another Ultra Ball and an Energy Switch.
Yep.
See what we have available.
All right.
Grab a. Actually, no. Let's grab another Virgen. Gonna be going back in because I'm just gonna be using N.
Yep. This is an N format.
Yes, for people unaware, N is a great draw supporter. It's a simultaneous. It's a mirrored effect. Both players shuffle their hands into their deck and then draw as many cards as they have prize cards. So great for consistency in the early game and great for disruption in the late game.
Combines both. It also means that you walk your own tightrope. That you're very much in control of how much your opponent can disrupt you. So you can try and create prize maps or win conditions that don't necessarily mean that you've taken a ton of prizes already. You're just sort of mapping out how many attacks you need to win the game, which is also a really cool thing because both the decks we're playing can utilize spread options as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes sort of setting up a board can be really, really helpful as well.
I'm thinking about it. I think this energy is kind of at risk here, even with the resistance I have. So I think I am going to look to preserve the energy and use Sky Array just to retreat into the other one for now.
Even just getting 2 attacks in with Emerald Slash usually very valuable.
For sure. I'm also going to attach a Muscle Band in case I'm getting End on the rebound and pass it over to you.
Okay.
Muscle Band, a tool that just does an additional 20 damage, and Sky Array Bridge, reducing the retreat cost of basic Pokemon by 1.
I'm going to start benching some more dudes. I've got Thundurus and Deoxys down. Deoxys very helpful with that Power Connect, doing 10 more damage for each of my Plasma Pokemon. There is a resistance that Jack has, which is important to bear in mind. I'm going to attach a Muscle Band active as well. And I have a tough choice. I think I'm going to swing a Plasma here. I think that makes the most sense, because Deoxys can also come in as an attacking threat, especially when it has Plasmas attached. So I'm just going to spear the benched Virgen as well here for 30.
Sure. Alrighty. Gonna grab another Muscle Band, pop it on there. Shame to see some good resources go, but we're gonna Sycamore away, Super Rod, a Skylar, and a Jirachi. Hoping to find another energy. Alright.
Virgen Genesect pretty much known for just needing Virgen attached turn 1.
Yeah.
Just attached turn 2, and normally you're in the game. It's one of the reasons why it was such a played archetype. You need so little in the opening stages to do anything.
Yeah. I'm going to play a town map, which lets me flip my prizes over and pop them face up. I guess we don't need V-star markers in this format.
No. Let's get rid of these.
Let's indeed attach a grass here.
So I'm happy to see Enhanced Hammer in your prizes.
Yeah.
It's one of the tech cards that was played during this era for the Plasma matchup for the majority of the time.
Okay. Just going to use that Sky Array Bridge to free retreat again, and we're going to be Emerald Slashing for 70 damage, and this allows me to attach 2 energy, or 2 grass energy from my deck to one of my Pokemon.
And that's going to be Genesect, no doubts. Okay. So I'm going to draw. Okay, so I can do that fairly comfortably. 70, really good number to two-shot this Kieran. And thanks to that big resist and me not having much more access to Deoxys here, going to be tanking a little bit more. So what's my best route here? It's probably going to be the megaphone for both bands. Tool removal, definitely important in this format, mostly for booster, but in this instance is going to be helping me out a little bit more proactively. And I think I want to protect my guy, but also setting up more damage is going to be important as well. We're going to mention the Kieran. And I think I'm just going to Frost Spear the Genesect.
Alrighty.
So where's the active for 40? Yeah.
Okay. A letter.
Yep. Definitely a card I miss having in the format, Professor's Letter. We have it in the form of Capacious Bucket right now for exactly water energies, but
yeah,
there was a period in the game where we could get any 2 basic energy just in an item card, and Letter was definitely saw a lot of play, especially alongside Skylar, but it was never really that high count that we see Capacious Bucket has right now.
I'm just going to grab one.
We are going to see a Skylar now.
Yeah.
Jack wanting to keep grass energy in the deck so he can take advantage with his Virgen here. Going to re-establish the band. Nasty piece of work you are.
Attach. I'm going to attach this one for turn.
Yes.
And I'm going to Emerald Slash for the knockout and grab the last couple of energy from the deck onto the new Genesect.
Yeah. I'd like to see where you take your prize before I promote.
That is very understandable. What's the hand looking like? I'm probably taking the E-Hammer, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. I was worried you were going to do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to go Thunderous. It's got the 1 retreat cost anyway, to be honest. So
Yeah.
we'll just draw. I'm going to Rainbow.
Yeah.
I'm just going to Raiden Knuckle for
Cool.
40.
Thunderous was the setup Pokemon in the deck generally, letting you pick up some energy from the discard pile, including special energies, which is huge. So really nice pickup from Joe there.
It's even made it into into Aromatisse decks just for that reason, right? It was a big acceleration. So that was an expected removal. No surprise there from Jack. Still annoying though. That one's more annoying.
Gonna attach this for the turn. I'm gonna Sycamore. Whoops. Tough decision here. Getting 70 would put you up to 80, 90. Okay. Yeah, well, while we still have access to it, let's just go for the Emerald Slash for 70. I'm pretty sure I'm out of targets for now.
Okay. Let's draw. Thank goodness we have a usable card at last. I have to decide if I want to do anything though. Could try and get more aggressive and get some more damage in. No, I think I just have to Sycamore away, the lovely hand that I was holding.
So yeah, this is something that kind of briefly touched on with G-Booster, but this format had what are called ace specs. There, you're only allowed one ace spec in your deck, kind of like a Radiant Pokemon of today. These were really powerful item or tool cards that had very strong effects. So Joe's one there, Scramble Switch, would let him basically switch his active Pokemon with one of his bench Pokemon, and then move as many energy from that active Pokemon from the old active Pokemon to the new active Pokemon. So it was really good for preserving all of that energy and making sure you could, keep up attachments and stuff, which is really nice. G-Booster is the ace spec I'm using that is exclusively for Genesect. Only Genesect DX can use it, and it's that big blow-up attack. 3 energy, discard 2 of them, and you do 200 damage.
I'm feeling a little bit better about my spot now that I can play the game. Definitely helpful. I think you basically never want to attack with this Virgen next turn. I'd be amazed if you wanted to. So I think splitting up energy could be a good play here. So let's raid and knuckle for 50 more. Actually, we're gonna go. It's really scary because Jack's not played any plasma energy yet. He's been ripping researchers like crazy, or sycamores, I should say. So he should have really good access if he wants to gust a Kyurem and take a 2-prize knockout. At some point, he wants to go through a Kyurem anyway because he's on odd prizes. And we know he's not getting any value from Virgen at this point. But if I don't put 2 energy on a Kyurem, I guess I still have Chorus machines as well. Okay, we're going to go 1 on each.
Okay.
Hope for the best. Benefits to both there. Try and force an issue from you.
Yeah, definitely an issue. Definitely an issue. Okay. Definitely going to be using an energy switch here.
Yeah.
Try and get a little bit more value out of these energy on the Virgen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bench a Virgen as well. I'm going to attach a Plasma, but not use Red Signal.
Sure.
And then I'm going to play an N. So yeah, Genesect's ability, Red Signal, lets you bring up a Pokemon from the opponent's bench when you attach one of these Plasma energy from your hand. So yeah, really good gusting there. So I'm only getting 5 cards this time around. I was hoping to find my bench barrier, but unfortunately did not.
Very happy with that.
Because that's going to mean Joe can potentially take a pretty... or at least take 2 prizes while setting up another 2 somewhere, which is a shame. But that's fine. I'm just going to free retreat.
Yeah.
And we're just going to attack with the small Genesect.
100 damage.
Yeah, 100 damage, and we'll put 20 on one of the Kyurems.
Yeah.
Going to be picking up definitely a Skylar. I think the Shadow Triad here.
Alright. I don't think you have any current targets, so this is a play for later, by the looks of things. Okay. I have a decision of what to promote. Especially now that Jack's got Skylers into hand, I know he can have no problem getting Mr. Mime soon. So I should probably still Frost Spear this turn. Set up this guy. Alright, so we're going to go... Because you have Skylar, you can always get the muscle band. I guess you have played 3 muscle bands. So do I want this one in the active instead? Probably. Alright, let's go here. And let's draw for turn. Let's Ultra Ball away a Laser and a Latias EX, which was a tech include from Haruto. Not something I want to be using too much here, seeing as a G-Booster gets through effects. It does force the issue, but it's not always great. Sometimes alongside N or something like that, it can buy you turns, but I think the enhanced hammers mean I'm going to be on the back foot in terms of attachments. We're going to go wide with our Deoxys here.
Yeah, so this was the big thing of TDK. It actually had very variable damage, which was something that outside of Muscle Band, not many decks really had.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was able to really turn very mediocre attacks into very, very powerful ones.
We're going to go
So that was
2 on each.
yeah, Chorus Machine to the active, and then
I'm going to Skylar.
a Blend Energy, which is 4 different types of energy at once.
I'm just going to grab an N to my hand with Skylar. So I'm expecting Jack's going down to at least 2 next turn. With the help of Booster or Band. So that's my hand, no secrets there. Let's go for the Frost Spear, finishing off the Virgen.
Yes.
We'll do 70 to the active as well while we're at it.
Nice. Cool. Okay, so I think realistically Joe has pretty much shown his hand that we're going to be getting end next turn.
You're joking.
So, Skylar. I'm going to grab that G-Booster.
Yep.
Blizzard Burn is boasting so much damage, which is really
Representing 160 right now, aren't I?
yeah, really, really scary to be honest. Almost makes me want to. It's a really, really difficult decision. I could happily G-boost to the bench Genesect and try and force additional cards out of Joe's hand, or I could just G-boost to the active, know that I'm going to have to try and find it again to close out the game, but at the same time at least have a pretty fresh Genesect here. Very tough call, very tough call. We're definitely going to bench another Genesect.
Yep.
We're going to Plasma Energy this one actually, and I think we're going to grab... Let's have a quick look at the discard pile, see how many energy we've seen. Not
2 plasmas in there.
amount. He's still represented.
That's the problem. Take out one
Yeah.
Deoxys, I can still muscle band
Yeah.
one blade, and you know they are high counts.
Yeah, let's just bring up the one with 2
Sure.
energy. At least force an energy.
Minor upside, yeah. Ooh. Interesting.
No, I think we
Yeah.
try and force everything out of you. So yeah, we'll bench this one. I'm actually also going to E-switch onto this one.
Cool.
More than anything, just to try and get rid of it,
Draw
considering
that card again. Yeah.
yeah, we know what's coming.
Spoilers.
Um,
So it is in there somewhere.
yeah. I'm also going to play a Chorus Machine for no effect.
Makes sense.
Because again, we really do not want to see it. And yeah, I'm going to be going for not Megalo Cannon, G Booster for 200 damage, discarding 2 energy. And I'm going to grab... do I want the energy or do I want the Skylar? Let's take the energy, I think.
Okay.
No, I'll take the Skylar.
Okay. I'll draw. Let's certainly swing.
Okay, have the
Prism
energy.
on.
So, hoping that if Joe does need to end me, it's difficult for him to find.
How many
One
hand cards do you have?
I have 4 currently.
4, and you were happy to play a Plasma last turn. One's just gone. Oh, so you have the Shadow Triad in hand, so that's why you have to play N here. Unless because you didn't take Grass Energy now, in theory you can't. If I just hit my belt and my band and get the KO, that's just way better, isn't it? I would be much more likely to win. Alright. Even though I Skylared 4 and N, I've top decked a Chorus and it's looking more tempting based on this board.
Yeah.
So we are going to Chorus for the 8s.
Okay.
I'm really just putting all my eggs into the Kieran basket now.
Yeah.
I can still get an attack with the Deoxys if things don't come together, but Jack with Shadow Triad in hand right now has made me want to push for the KO harder than dig for the end, just for my own prize map, really. Because I would only lose if he has Triad and Plasma in hand on the spot. Right. Let's go for 8 and hope for the best. Well, there's a muscle band, which I'm into. Let's burn a laser. Let's play down a beach for what it's worth. Let's play down a Latiasi X for what it's worth as well. And I will just Blizzard Burn for the KO. Hope for the best here. Blizzard Burn means I can't attack during my next turn, which is a real downside, especially if we get into this late game scenario and Jack wants to end me back and just hit me. Could be an issue. Has already played a couple ends and one's in the prizes.
How many cards in hand?
I have 6 in my hand.
6 in hand.
It's a good sign that you're not just showing me 2 cards that are equal game. That's a good sign. signings, you can still do a lot here. You could try and gust N and make me have switch out to Deoxys in a 3-card hand. Try and 2-shot me. You could do a lot, certainly.
I think I'm instead keeping it really, really simple.
Keeping things simple. Also a plan. Grabbing a 1-prizer, is it? Saying you can beat me in a later turn. Yeah.
So Mr. Mime has bench barrier, the same as Manaphy of these days.
Yeah. Really missed it a couple turns earlier. That would have, I think, really solidified your game.
Yeah, it would have been pretty good. I probably actually need to get rid of this one.
Sure.
Pay retreat. I'm just gonna.
Beach back up, is it?
Yeah, and I'll use Tropical Beach, which lets me end my turn by drawing until I have 5 in hand. Sorry, 7 in hand, so I'm drawing 5 cards.
Well, I have bad news for you. Can I sound of the damaged boy?
Yeah.
And I do have 2 switch cards.
Ooh, in a...
Come back in.
Yeah.
Blizzard burn. I definitely thought about
Wild.
keeping the stadium in play, so I had a free retreat Latias, but I said to myself, as long as you don't end me in this exact spot,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good.
Got there. Close game.
Very close. Had a bit of a stutter, but I just about did enough damage around the board.
Yeah.
Found a supporter when I really needed it. The random enter 6 was still enough to disrupt me there.
Yeah.
Let's get another game in though.
Yeah.
This time you get the benefit of going first.
Yes, I will be doing that. This deck can't quite attack going first, whereas yours can, so it's not actually necessarily...
Yeah.
Even though it's definitely correct to go first, it's not without potential downsides, because I could still be taking a Raiden Knuckle, or even just a 30-30, even a 30-30 hit, starting to set stuff up. Depending on how your hand is.
Yeah, there are a lot of there's a lot of intricate math. Even though the hit points are less, the damage is less. It's definitely a format where those little buffs from tool cards, from hypnotoxic lasers aren't usually that good, but in other matchups they're really important.
Yeah.
Deoxys, that sort of thing. And Deoxys was sometimes even a tech card in Virgen Genesect to allow you to have that 110 damage into Kyrams as well, so you can hit them for the 21st.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to lead out our Deoxys. We've got the ideal start with Virgen.
Okay. Very simple turn here. We're just going to bin a load of stuff that realistically I wouldn't mind keeping, but
Don't
you
even
know.
want to keep the bridge.
No, I don't think so. I want to see if I can keep this Deoxys here for a while, if I can.
So nasty.
I'm either benching both of these or neither of these, based on they could get End Away or they could get Frostbeard and set up. I think I'm going to bench both. I think an N is far more likely. And I will pass to you.
Alright, pretty good start, I would say.
It's Virgen energy. It's like the Arceus energy of today.
Yeah, really is. Alright, I'm going to just Sycamore away a lot of my energy. So you can tell I really want a Raiden Knuckle here.
Yeah. Normally a very scary prospect, but actually not a terrible one in this deck. Hopefully Joe's able to find an energy to at least make use of it.
I've got a couple of plasma balls, so these are going to be important. It's definitely going to be thunderous for one of them. And I think it will just be the expected combination.
Yeah, the T, the D, and the K.
The whole deck is here. And it's going to be Prism Band and a pass.
Okay.
Everything I would have wanted, but at least I got some boys out.
For sure, for sure. I've got another energy, which is definitely step 1. And I actually think I'm going to go for Skylar here.
Yeah.
First deck search to work out what I actually have access to this game.
Yeah, Virgen Genesect's actually not the only Worlds winning deck that played Town Map either. There's of course Robin Schultz's Victory Map deck. Zorro Garb that just played a Town Map.
May seem fairly inconsequential, but just that little bit of knowledge of what you're taking from your prize cards is pretty good. I'm going to grab a Muscle Band.
Yeah. And it's obviously massive in this deck because we had no way to access prize cards.
No.
So sometimes you'd even see Skylar 4 Town Map when you were thinking about starting to take prizes because G Booster's so integral to your race.
And I'm just going to Emerald Slash for 70 damage.
Yeah, can see what Jack's up to, trying to get it in range of Genesect.
And of course, setting up 2 on the Genesect.
I'm going to immediately max potion off that damage.
Yep, good, good.
Good. And we're going to both give ourselves 6 fresh cards.
You could have told me before I got the Muscle Band. It's just going to be disappearing.
I'm hoping it doesn't reappear and I can actually switch it.
Okay. 6 fresh cards.
You can have a slightly less likely draw an energy plus Colress Machine option to Helix Force. I'd prefer a switch, I'll be honest. Oh, Bob. It's all gone wrong. Let's start benching some chaps. Let's pop a Prism here and pass back to you, as I am stuck right now.
Alright. What's gone?
Quite a few energy in,
Yeah.
in the bin, Jack, if you're counting.
So we've got one more Prism to get through. It's a deck that realistically, usually you're never able to run out of energy of because of Raid and Knuckle, but it might actually.
I'm
going to say, yeah, it might actually be quite difficult for Joe to actually Raid and Knuckle at all here, especially when I get rid of that first one.
Yeah. Big tech choice for this tournament was the enhanced hammers coming into Virgen Genesect.
Yeah.
It wasn't uncommon. Sometimes you even saw it with balloons, even as a combination.
So I've gone through 2 Skylar already, which is really annoying, to be honest, especially given that Skylar is my only supporter in hand now as well. I am holding the G booster though, so we at least
So greedy.
get to do this, and we can Skylar to grab. I guess I don't need to G-boost this turn. Yeah, I'm not holding the G-booster. What are you on about? I'll grab a Sycamore. Going to be going back in, actually.
Okay. So yeah, the format's actually slow enough to be able to Skylar for other supporters here. I think in the modern day, you would say that's almost a game-losing play at times. But yeah, like I said, the format's a bit more forgiving here.
Yeah, it's really interesting that even with multi-prizes, there was a way of it being as such that you could...
I'm not just playing this because I've seen a G-booster. My hand was just terrible without it.
I think even without knowledge of the G booster, ending away a Sycamore isn't terrible.
Yeah, true.
I represented having a bad hand, but getting a good new one. So seems very fair.
Alright. I'm pretty sure we play 4 switch outs in the deck, so I'd really like to find one.
You're asking for a lot.
Okay, well, it's the one I didn't want to see.
It is a
but
switch
it is
out.
the switch out.
Asking, you shall receive.
Scramble has the added bonus of me being able to doink energy around, which could be really helpful if I had been knuckling for a number of turns and had got an array of attackers going.
Yeah.
Certainly haven't done that. So we will raid and knuckle.
70, I believe. Yeah.
80.
80. You're right. 80.
And I think I just want them both on Kieran because he's still got hammers lying around. So let's put 2 onto a Kieran.
You only put one on,
We'll
right?
get it up to 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was going to say, you actually only put one.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's start with the town map.
The victory map.
Victory map.
Two plasma energies. Very interesting. I'm so happy to see it be a green variety right now. Really wouldn't like this Deoxys to get KO'd. That would be upsetting.
Let's scrapper away the...
Alright.
Sycamore.
Three Sycamores down, and Colrus.
Yeah, some late game ends could be quite backbreaking.
That's not what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and we will Emerald Slash for another couple of energy.
Spreading it out. Yep. Very reasonable. Okay. I'll draw. I'm also going to keep it low key.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to raid and knuckle for 60. Pop a blend over here. Definitely should have done the blend last time. Min-maxing, because rainbows are more helpful on other things.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind. Never
A
mind.
little bit of ring rust.
For sure.
Ooh, it's a plasma variety.
Yeah, going to be using red signal on the what's it called? The Deoxys. Going to E-switch one of these onto here.
Virgen's done plenty this game.
Yeah, I think it's got. Is it had 3? Has it been able to go for 3?
Earned its stripes.
Yeah, pay retreat. Go into this one. Hand size is
6.
6. Okay. I think. I don't think I've played a support this turn. I have not. I'm going to Shadow Try just for a Plasma Energy.
Good opportunity for it.
Weave it in. Also going to Super Rod and then Letter in and out
Cheeky.
an energy, because again, I feel like the rest of the game I'm going to be end constantly.
No.
So let's
No.
try and thin some of these cards down. Equally, I think attaching this muscle band could be good. To not have it. Yeah.
To not have it. Genius.
To not have it, yeah, okay, I'll attach the muscle band as well, and I will Megalo Cannon for the KO, and I'll take a Plasma and a Jirachi
Do you want your bench damage?
on the Kieran, please.
Okay. Definitely reasonable. Definitely reasonable. So you have Plasma Energy in hand as well, so you can continue to pick apart the board as you please. Bit sus. Bit scary. Can do that. Then what? You have to go there. I am worried about everything, I'll be honest. Okay, let's go here and we'll draw. Let's Ultra Ball away, Thunderous and Ultra Ball. Let's try and keep these on the board. I think we will boss Virgen, or Lysander Virgen. You know the drill. And I'll just knuckle again.
More knuckles.
Take the KO here. Tricky turn, really, for me, to be honest. I'd say I would prefer different supporters. Definitely a format of mostly supporter-based draw. Lots of Pokemon
Yeah.
do cool things, but very few of them drew many cards.
Yeah. I'm just going to attach for turn and then Megalo Cannon for 20 on the other Kieran, and I'm going to pick up the Muscle Band and the Plasma Energy.
I'm definitely sat here now thinking I absolutely need to end Jack. Because even without Skylar, it would be quite likely for him to have a... Well, maybe not that likely, but his hand size is so big and he's chosen to hold it the whole time. So even if it's just Plasma into Research, into Sycamore, it would be pretty devastating for me. Let's go into this one. Let's draw for turn. Spoilers, it's not an N. These 20s have been very good for you. Very clever.
That is perfect, actually. There it is.
That's Chorus. 8.
Yeah, Chorus is a really, really good late game supporter. Lets you shuffle your hand in and draw a card for each benched Pokemon. So This is a format with plenty of wide benches, to be honest, lots of setup Pokemon, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, Chorus was typically seen as a 1 or 2 of in a lot of decks, just as an additional amount of draw in the mid to late game. Not a great option early, but we still had Professor Sycamore to discard draw 7 and N in the early turns. So it meant that decks could play sort of 9-10 draw supporters, which meant they were really, really consistent, which is great.
I'm gonna Chorus Mech one of these out as well. So I'm trying to get my 2-turn map going. Really hoping that Jack's not just holding game, obviously. Let's burn a laser.
Laser actually does stuff. I don't have a Virgen.
Oh, laser does. Okay, great. Doesn't change anything. I'm not
No.
gonna, well, it's, yeah, it was Ed's.
I have a sleep.
I've frogged.
Get that on camera. I have frogged.
You have been frogged. Right, let's... I really want to put more stuff down as well. Have you already played your megaphone? Oh, you played Tool Scrapper already, haven't you? Played Tool Scrapper. Okay, let's pop down Muscle Band. I'm also going to Chorus Machine again. Okay, and then we will Blizzard Burn. Jack can tell me the good or bad news here. Or the maybe news.
The maybe news is I can't remember whether this plays 3 or 4 Skylar. I think it plays 4. I hope it plays 4.
I'm pretty sure it plays 4. You've got Jirachi, right?
Let's find out.
Most Virgen Genesex did.
Yeah, and it's for this very reason.
Yep,
Skylar
happy
for a G
days.
booster.
We
And
know
then,
you've got
yeah, a plasma for a
energy.
2 prizer.
very good. It's a game 3.
It is a game 3.
Nice. I don't think I had much opportunity to end you there. Just did it early.
Yeah.
And then if you just don't see them, you don't have that option. Simply put.
Yeah, this is a really key matchup in the format. Actually, these were two of the best, if not the 2 best decks at the time.
Yeah.
I think. Also, Virgen for its consistency, I feel, and then TDK for
sure.
its real feast or famine potential. It was really able to.
Basically just took advantage of the best 1 prizer in the game.
Yeah.
That was its big differential. When you force, especially with ends and stuff, when you force Lysander and force Plasma Energy on the spot,
Yeah.
it's it is awkward. Back in the day, I loved playing Virgen Genesex and Plasma. They were both really fun decks, I think.
Yeah, I think these are 2 of my favourite decks from this era as well.
I did prefer when Lugia came out, though. The Lugia that just took extra prize cards.
Lugia was good,
EX,
yeah.
TDL. That was fun to play the turbo version, the turbo deck.
Yeah, these are just the worlds lists. I think we're planning on hopefully building a few other lists later down the
Yeah.
line. But this is, more than anything, a bit of a stress test for the
And I'll try and
setup.
remember to link in the description the Cube Koga document I've got of 2014 that has a variety of other decks as well.
Mm.
So try and have a look at. I have a basic.
You are getting an additional card.
Cool. Oh, there's double scrapper. Okay.
Yes, that's something that I really didn't want to show you. But alas, the rules of the game dictate I must. Definitely would have been something I was digging for last game if I didn't have the
Right.
Jirachi already. Was hoping to at least lock out the
The muscle band.
2-turn
that's
win.
attached.
Yeah. You might have even had one left, I can't remember, but...
I actually took the other off prizes just then.
Ah,
as well.
okay.
So it would have had to have been N.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
as
It
well
definitely
as-
wouldn't have been an N.
We had Jirachi, right? So if you didn't have the Skylar, you could have always ended me.
Yeah, I think I would have Sycamore though, just digging
Dig
for the
game.
win.
Yeah, very fair.
Yeah, let's go with
Alright, I will take a mulligan card.
sure
I will
thing.
draw for my turn. Okay. Pretty juicy, actually. We're gonna ultra all the way to Rain Bobs.
Uh-oh. Normally a great sign. I think, given Joe's previous comment, probably...
Oh,
Oh.
Bob. You know, I said it was TDK. How about just DK? Oh, that makes a mockery of my opening discard as well. Oh no. I mean, I do have acceleration from elsewhere, but my goodness, that is quite bad for me.
That is great news for me.
Oh, my turn is so drastically worse as well now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Looks like I'll slap an energy here, and I'll play an N.
I was actually holding a Genesect there. Very complete opposite mentality of these days, knowing that you...
You can actually lose your hand now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you can't in today's day.
Yeah.
2014, it could all be gone, Jack.
Not the end of the world, but...
You're playing around the chorus for 2, that's what you're playing around.
Of course.
Ooh, okay. So it was unfortunate, but I've actually rolled into the one of beach. So I've actually got a bit of a hand going,
Wow.
at least. Which is something. We'll go all out. I will beach for 5.
Nice.
Sure. It's
See-
always come at a timely manner.
Yeah,
You get to do this before an embarrassing Ultra Ball.
save me, save me searching the deck. I'm also going to do this.
Yes.
And I'm going to play an N of my own, which is very typical of a post-beach play. Was usually actually only drawings up to 6, but hey ho.
I'd have been pretty stumped without it, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
Beach. I doubt I would have been end if I just had that 2-card hand.
No. Yeah, Mr. Mime's a really interesting one here, because whilst it's at risk a bit here, and I would love to have bench barriers throughout the game, could skew the prize trade a little bit, and kind of, even though I won't have that really nice ability from it, do enough just basically wasting a turn or 2 of Joe's time.
Oh yeah.
So, probably the best starter in the deck when you're playing something like this.
Yeah.
And you know you can't actually access a Virgen.
It's why you very often saw like balloons or Bouffalant or a few other 1 prizes in the deck, because Mr. Mime can be here as a nice sponge, but it's only really helpful in times like these, whereas having attacking 1 prize in the deck means they could get involved a lot more and try and force that issue.
Definitely getting rid of this. Just not sure what else I'm getting rid of. I think it's likely to be largely irrelevant. So let's just do this. More than anything to thin the hand down, because I'm going to be beaching myself this turn, I think.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Megaphone is scary. Do I value a muscle band over a random card that outside of a megaphone? I think I value a megaphone more than a muscle band over a random card. So yeah, I'm just going to beach for 4 cards.
I'll draw. Let's put down a Deoxys. Let's discard. Switch and laser with Ultra Ball. Yeah, it's glaringly obvious what I'm lacking right now. I'm really going to get hurt by these hammers if I don't find Thunderous early off these prize cards. I'm also going to end back your Tropical Beach.
Yes. Oops.
Yeah, I think Thunderous is normally a 3 of, but these Latias techs really are starting to hurt me that little bit.
Double Latias is such a statement as well.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's for. I think it's for Pyro, because I think it can't be hit by things with abilities, and then it hits through, like, it's got its own wall-breaking attack. I think, if I recall, that's why it was in the deck. And Pyro was like an archetype that did very well at US Nationals, so it was definitely an archetype worth attacking for. I'm going to Chorus Machine.
Got the energy. Did have a lot of outs.
Despite discarding 2.
But yeah.
Yes, I will just Frost Spear. Yeah.
Skylar. For a letter. And we're going to Emerald Slash.
Sounds like a plan. Draw. I'm going to burn a couple Plasma Balls. I'm just going to end both of us. Really need to keep up with attachments here. I missed a turn attachment last turn, but got bailed out by the machine. Really need to keep up with energy drops here. Well, we do find a Plasma Energy, which is helpful. So, I'm also just going to burn the laser. I say burn because Jack has the Verdant Wind ability on his Virgen.
Yeah, it means that my Pokemon's Grass Energy attach cannot be affected by any special conditions.
And then we'll just Frost Spear for the 60-30.
Cards in hand.
I have 3.
Only 3. Okay.
Alright. Nasty about it.
Just in a sec. I'm going to hammer off.
Yes, I was very worried about this.
Skylar for a bridge.
Yeah.
And I'm with Emerald Slash for the KO. Yeah. Grab a couple of energy cards for the other Genesect.
A classic maneuver. What's he eyeing up?
I think I'm just going to grab the Skylar.
Okay. We're going to draw. I was fortunate enough with the one prize to get the Thunderous. So we're going to end.
I was really hoping you weren't. I could have pretty much locked the game here and then if you didn't.
Very far behind without them. It's the namesake of the deck.
Yeah. Still going to need a fair bit
Still need a lot from 5 cards here.
Yeah, being able to attack with the Thunderous here. Going to need a Colrus Mech and an attachment. Or a switch and an attachment.
Well,
There
we're
is
gaming.
There is a switch.
We are gaming, Jack.
Something's happening.
He's not out here for no reason. Brilliant. Right, so I can raid and knuckle for a valuable 60. We can throw a prism energy on to our Kiram.
Alright.
Lovely.
How many cards in hand?
F3.
3. Okay.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes.
I think my best option here is just going for a bit of a race.
Absolutely.
Do I want the Genesect down? Yeah, I'll put the Genesect down.
Yep. If it comes with an enhanced hammer, I am crying. You don't want to see a grown man cry, do you, Jack?
No, so for that reason I will not be enhanced hammering you, and not for any other reason.
Oh dear.
Though I am considering, actually, given what I've drawn, just Emerald Slashing again.
Ooh.
3-card hand, though. We could really lean on this 3-card hand, though. So let's do that.
Okay. Going the tempo.
Yeah, we're gonna G-booster.
Very good.
Sorry, yeah, G-booster. The attack is actually called G-booster. And I'm gonna grab, I think, an E-switch and just another energy, and try and chain G-boosters for
a classic
the
option.
rest of the game.
Okay. Well, we have to go like this, otherwise we're never winning the game. So let's draw. Spent Charmate Latias, literally making up the numbers.
Yet
so
again.
I can Colress Freight. Things definitely go awry here if I can't Colress Mech band attach. So I need to try an eye roll. Mostly because I need to access my prizes again to get more Thunderous back.
Chorus Mech band attach. It's pretty insane.
That's the dreamer in me. Ooh. Oh dear. Well, then we'll certainly Colress Mech.
And then band and then attach.
And simply band attack. No, not quite. So, in this instance, you can easily just run away with the game if you just keep boosting. We're going to swing a plasma energy here.
Makes a lot of sense.
And yes, let us Frost Spear for 60 and 30 on the Virgen that's damaged.
Very sensible.
I try.
Very, very
I
sensible.
do try.
Let's get some more value out of this Virgen. Literally cannot get any more value out of this Virgen at this point.
Please get some value out of this Virgen. To get 11 energies into play? Something like
Something crazy. On a Skylar.
Yeah.
Grab an E-hammer.
Yes, that's a problem.
Yeah, E-hammer the bench. Going to attach for turn. And going to G-booster again. Taking... Oh, there's a ripped sleeve there. Taking
Oh, okay.
Sycamore.
Took a Sycamore, was it?
Yeah.
Classic. Let's bring up Kieran. Let's... Well, it is genuine danger that I'm in right now, because I do not have an N. We're throwing away everything I once loved. And wow. It is so not helpful, it's embarrassing. So I am going to pass my turn.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to attach. And I'm going to G-booster.
Very good. Very, very good. Well, great games.
Yeah, well, less so the third, but
I
the
thought
first
I had a
couple.
chance. I thought I was wiggling back with the Thunderous out the prizes. I think I definitely would have had a way better start if I just had access to Thunderous, though.
Yeah, that start would have been pretty good.
Nice, but yeah, good that we got to showcase two awesome decks of the era.
Yeah.
And I hope you all enjoyed the 2014 Rewind, the retro format. I have lots of Worlds decks in my collection, so hopefully we can get some more of these rewinds going from time to time.
Yeah.
Because they're a lot of fun. Anything else to say, Jack?
No, I don't think so. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys in another video soon.